Excuse me. Hey, it's okay. No, it's over here. Take it. You got me. I'm dead.
What?
I know. But seriously, you got me. I'm dead. If you look just down there, you'll see my body.
Oh my God!
Really nice job. I wasn't expecting that at all. You just came out of the night, didn't you?
I made sure that you were dead.
And I am.
You have to be dead.
I am. I was walking along, heading home, when I heard a rustling in the bushes, and the next moment you plunged a knife into me. I felt a sharp sting and then blood pouring down my blouse, and then you stabbed again, and again, and again. Black bugs danced before my vision. I was slowly passing out. And then you shoved me to the sidewalk, cracking my head open, and, well, you killed me. I felt my soul leaving my body, and the next moment I was standing over my maimed, lifeless body. It was so hot. And then I looked at you, my killer, and you looked down at me for a moment, and then you ran off. So I just had to run out here to meet you. I'm Sally, by the way.
Mary, what did you say?
I just had to meet you.
No, about it being sexy.
Well, I never really believed in the spirit thing and it all. But here I am. There's truth in it. Isn't that amazing? I'm going to have to readjust my thinking quite a bit. At one moment, I'm walking along soulless, and the next, I'm a soul.
I need to go.
Oh, but my body is in a safe place. No one will find it until tomorrow.
Yeah, well, I need to keep up appearances, and I can't really be getting into the nasty habit of talking to paranormal beings.
Hey, just give me a moment before you start calling me paranormal. Keep calling me a woman. That'll keep me calm.
Actually, that makes it much worse for me. Look, I'd really like to talk to you, but I have to go now. I'm sorry.
But I love your work.
You love my work?
Yes.
What?
You were like an animal. But the killing was so professionally done. Oh, none of that dilly-dallying like in the movies. You were the perfect mix of primal and precision. Oh, I wish I could have watched you do it.
You do?
Murder is so sexy.
It is.
If you hadn't been grunting so hard when you were stabbing me, you would have heard me screaming in ecstasy. Oh, it was the most sexually overpowering moment of my life. What's it like to kill someone?
Well, you know, it depends.
I've always wanted to do it. I'm a young girl. I've spent most of my time focusing on my college education, but every day I have dreams of murder. When I was a little girl, I used to keep a serial killer's scrapbook. Whenever there was a newspaper story about a murder, I would always cut out the article and paste it in. My mother was concerned, of course, but thankfully I was born at the beginning of the modern era where being a young psychotic is called individual expression. I used to love watching slasher flicks. Oh, Friday the 13th is my favorite. Have you ever walked in a graveyard at night hoping to be killed? I have! Do you have dreams of being ripped apart by wild animals? I do! Oh, but if I did it, I'd want to do it like you did. A random person in the park at night. That's the perfect murder. When people ask me why I'm this way, I say the same thing every time. I dream of a world where a chicken can cross the road without having its motives questioned. And that usually shuts them up. So, are you fucked up? Like, you know, in the head?
Yes.
Other than my fetish, I'd like to think I'm a pretty normal person in every other account. Very smart, pretty. Oh. How fucked up are you? Emotionally unstable?
I happen to be, yes.
Tell me more. Tell me everything.
I don't want to tell you. You really want me to tell you?
Maybe sit.
Well, my father left our house as soon as I was born, so my mother raised me on her own. She was insane and very abusive. She would never allow me to socialize with people my own age, so I've had social anxiety my entire life. When I was around 10, I began killing animals. We had this very powerful acid down in the basement, and I would just toss them in, usually when they were still alive.
Oh, keep going. How many people have you killed?
Well, tonight was 17.
How you killed them?
Stabbing is my favorite technique. They don't scream if you shoot them.
What's your best experience killing someone? Describe it.
It's easy. It was Christmas. I picked up a hitchhiker.
Oh, that's so sexy. Keep going.
He got into the car and he told me where he wanted me to take him before I stabbed him.
Where was he going?
Home for Christmas to a loving family.
Oh.
I stabbed him. He was surprised. He got out of the car and started to run away weakly, leaving bloody tracks in the deep snow. So I got out of the car and went after him. I chased him down. And when I caught him, I pounced on him and I pushed him down into the snow, and I took out my knife and I sliced his neck wide open. It was the first time I ever felt like I actually killed a man.
Your shirt is very bloody.
Yeah, I know.
Aren't you afraid of getting caught?
Maybe I want to get caught.
What?
And what is this fetish you have? You've always wanted to be murdered? What kind of a fantasy is that?
Well, it's just so fucking hot. I can't control it.
I really need to go home now.
Hey, what's wrong?
You know that moment of clarity after masturbation? Well, I feel as though that moment of clarity has just come to life.
What do you mean?
You really love murder?
Yes.
Well, you shouldn't. Maybe if you ever actually murder somebody, you would get it.
Get what?
The moment of clarity.
I don't get it.
But
I'm
anytime
sorry.
you kill someone, you feel this rush, like you're stroking them, you know, and it becomes more intense and more pleasurable, and then you actually stab the guy, and then they die. And as soon as they die, you become more conscious of how fragile you are, more than you've ever been before. Murder is horrible, but it can be even more horrible for the one committing it when they can't help but commit it.
Well, hey, I don't know you very well, but I'm sure you're a nice guy.
Are you kidding?
No, I mean, you're talking to me, aren't you? And no one ever liked to talk to me when I was alive.
Really? You're strange, but attractive. Usually the latter supersedes the former.
I wish. You don't really want to get caught now, do you?
I don't know.
Oh, well, here, take my blouse and turn it inside out and put it on. I don't want you getting caught.
Why not?
Where do you live?
17th Street.
Oh, nice place.
It's not bad for a serial killer's apartment.
What are you doing later tonight?
Oh, well, I thought I would go home, catch the game, eat something, stand naked in front of my mother's candlelit altar. Why?
Well, I'm just wondering.
What are you doing?
I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out this spirit thing.
Oh, I really can't help you with that.
That's all right.
Yes?
We are sick people, right? Like compared to other people, we're sick puppies.
Yes.
Although I like to think that I am not that different from the average guy. I am fucked up.
Yes, but I think most people naturally have a love of death and brutality. They just don't show it because they've been taught to suppress it.
Yes. So, being that we are sick people,
Yes.
would you mind if we went out for coffee?
Oh, Harry, that would be lovely. Oh, I want to slice open your guts and watch the stomach acid ooze out.
Oh my God, I want to rip out your intestines and hang your limp, lifeless body from it.
I'm gonna boogerize you, baby.
Oh my God. I want to consume every part of you.
Which parts?
You know which part.
Well, let's wait till we get back to your apartment.
Do you mind if we watch Silence of the Lambs?
That is such a bittersweet ending. Can we watch Henry, a Portrait of a Serial Killer instead?
Of course, my dear. Of course.